Hello everyone, it's me again, Luciano, with another video. First of all, let's give glory to the Most High. Thank you, Lord, for having given us this opportunity to be here speaking to you guys and you guys listening and try to get trying to get this message out there for your people that are here and is trying to understand what's happening to them and are trying to survive the harassment, which has not been easy, and share with them this what I have learned so far and been able to verify by your glory. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the day. Thank you for the existence. And mostly, thank you for your existence, your and Jesus Christ, Yeshua HaMashiach. Thank you for everything. In the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. So with that said, I wanted to say what this is about. So I told you guys that I was gonna put a compilation together within the next few days, but I felt inspired to make this little video because I was driving and I was listening to a video of our sister from the channel Change Is Coming, who I love her videos. Thank you, you're doing an amazing job. I really appreciate it. You're very knowledgeable about what you speak, and you have a very unique way to describe your dreams. You're very engaging, and it's awesome. So, I was listening to your video, the one about super abilities and how you find quotations on the Old Testament to validate these super abilities that we have been listening and seeing other videos on YouTube about too. So I thought, well, I have a little thing to share about it, about that theme. And as I was driving and saw this place, I thought, oh, what a nice environment! This super tank, super strong. Even though war is not physical war is not what we are going for. We are in war. We are at war, spiritual war, and very soon we are going to see this really taking place. So I thought this would be a good environment for this video. I am at the Metzner Tank Pavilion, General Patton Memorial Museum in California. So what I wanted to talk about is how these super abilities, they are already in our hands in a degree. We can already see it manifesting. We just need to want and to believe it, have faith, ask God for clarification, and ask God to allow us to perceive these abilities taking place in our hands, and we already possess them. And I wanted to tell a few things that happened to me that shows this ability taking place. It might not manifest itself yet on the physical realm because of many reasons. One of them is we need to be under this condition. We need to be under this harassment. Why? Because we are not perfect. We have our own sins, our own debts with the Most High. We have been sinful our whole lives, and we have a lot of things to purify. And the way that the Most High found for us to be purified, to be to clear us from our debt within this lifetime. Because if you think that, okay, we are going to go back to our original form, wait, we are going to go back to original form. That means our body are going to change. We are going to go back to our angelic form. We are going to be angels, archangels of the Lord, warriors, agents. If we think that, we are going to notice that, hey, with all the background that I have, everything that I have done, all the sins that I have committed, and the ones that I still do, I mean, we cannot take that position with this background. It doesn't make sense. We are going to be saints from a mundane life back straight to being saints. It doesn't happen. I mean, I don't see that happening. That's my opinion. But so this gang stalking program works as a way of us to pay off our debt, to purify us, so we can have all our sins eliminated by our suffering, so we can go back to, at that appointed time, go back to our original form of angels and be able to fight in this war. So we cannot just get all these abilities now when we are supposed to be enduring this period and really suffering, so we can purify ourselves. Imagine, within a lifetime, we are going to go back to angelic form. It's something pretty spectacular. So I think this is wrong. So we need really to be grateful for the chance that we have to pay off this debt, so we can really be glorified. Of course, this all comes from the Most High and the Yeshua HaMashiach, and the support of all the angels that have been supporting us. So, with that said, I wanted to share the moments where I can perceive, I can see the super strength, the super abilities taking place in our lives. With me has happened many times already where I could experience that happening. And most of all, we have been targeted since we were born. We have been attacked by entities, demons, beings from other worlds that come here to attack us since we are little. I want you guys to get used to do that practice that I told you with the camera. Really get the camera on slow motion and record random situations. Even when you go to sleep, let it record your sleep time and see what happens afterwards, because I've done it and it's really, really bizarre things that take place. For example, there is this giant spider. It's a big black spider. It shows up in different moments of my life, and I've been able to capture it many times on this little camera. And this spider come, there is one moment, one event in particular. I was laying down on the floor because ever since I lost my place, I've been random in different places and in different friends' places in the car. So I don't have per se a bed, a room. So I was sleeping on the floor, on the living room floor, with my dogs, and recording this on the slow motion camera. And this giant spider came down and started to devour me. It was eating the flesh, and you'd see the blood squirting everywhere, and it was something awful to see. It's funny because I was laying down on my side, and you see my shirt moving up. Like, I wasn't moving, I was still laying down completely, not moving, and my shirt was lifting. And then the spider came and started to bite into the flesh of my side over here, and you'd see the blood going everywhere. And I was terrified to see that. Then I found this spider again. I mean, of course, this doesn't affect us physically. It doesn't. It's spiritual. However, if you use these apps, like I told you, you can see that happening physically. For example, there is another app called Slow Cam on the iPhone. If you download that app, put the settings to save automatically on the right side of the screen. On the left side, that is a eye, draw of eye. Make that to 0.4 on the upper line, which is aperture, and on the zoom put on 4 or 5, and start taking pictures everywhere. You see that even if you take pictures of yourself, as I have done it, it's gonna show you completely messed up, black eye, cut lip, blood on your head. I mean, whatever it is that has been happening to you, and then in how you would be looking if that would be physical, you'd be able to see on the pictures that you will be taking. Those are not slow motion. Those are low light and high exposure pictures that you'll be taking. So those images will be showing you as you are at that moment under the attack of these beings, entities, demons, monsters, whatever it is that has been attacking you. And you can be certain that you are being attacked every day, every night. So with this image, with these apps, you can see it. I have no connection with the developer who did this app. I'm not advertising the app. I just use it on my own private way. You can use that app. You can use another app, or if you know about photography and cameras, you can use a DSC, DSR. I mean, those professional cameras that I don't really understand, know much. But anyway, you will be able to see that happening. The video of the spider, I see it's not physically attacking me, but I mean, it is there, but it's not showing physically on my body when I woke up. However, in the video, you see my upper body being open, and the spider completely eating the flesh of it. So, with that said, we are being attacked at all times. So, whenever you think you're just sitting on the living room watching TV, you can be certain that you've been drained. They are on top of your head, draining your energy out of your head. And these gigantic beings, like these villains kind of beings that you'd see on movies, they'll come and they'll attack you. That's the cause of a lot of our aches, headaches, toothache, um, random pains on your arms, legs, eye, everywhere. They are constantly attacking us and causing us pain. Now the thing is, like they say on the movie, on the video from the Servants Research Ministry, which also I love those videos. They have one in particular that talk about the genes and how we possess a gene that makes our body be able to support a non-human soul. Okay, I don't know if it's related to that. However, all these attacks that we go through, we would be dead by now. We have been under these attacks since we were born, up until today. So the fact that we are alive is the biggest proof that we already possess this. I'm sorry, I'll put glasses because the sun is right on my eye. The fact that we still alive is the biggest proof of that we already possess these abilities. And they happen every day. You can be certain, every time, almost all the time. I mean, all the time, at least with me. So one day, the other day, I described to you guys an event that happened to me on the metro. The day that they threw stuff on my head and I used it to talk to my mother. Okay, another event, not the same day, but another day I was on the metro also doing the same course from Hollywood down to downtown Los Angeles. When I sat down in one of those blocks, and blocks of the train, I don't know the proper name of it, I'm sorry. So I sat down, this was late in the night, and then I looked up, and that was this girl. This girl was not physical. However, it was way more than just like a see-through phantasmagoric image. It was more than that. It had the perfect detail of a person standing right through me, right in front of me. But if it was like this person was a hologram. Hologram's the perfect word for it, because I could see dimension, I could see that, I could see everything. And she moved. and the way she looked at me and smirked was pure evil. And she was a young girl, like I would say on her 20s, maybe. But she had a very alien appearance. She was covered in red stripes. Even reminded me Darth Maul from Star Wars. If you guys know that one villain that was on the first movie of the new series. I mean, not the newest Disney, but the new, the comeback of it back in, well, 5 years ago, I guess. No, more than 5 years ago. This was like in '99 when the new Star Wars came out. Well, that's not the point. Darth Maul, if you want to look for that one, black with red stripes on the face. Okay, so this girl appeared in between the two rail tracks. I was already sitting down inside of one of the the blocks. So she started to walk towards me, and I knew then that she wasn't something friendly. She wasn't there to be friendly or to talk. No, she was pure evil. When she got to the door to get inside the train, I was wondering, what can I do? What should I do? So remember that I've been telling you guys about the circle? Right before I started using the circle, or about the same time, I was using another technique. Was I would try to condensate energy within me, and then at a moment let this energy explode. So it would be like if I am exploding, but I'm exploding this energy around me, and that would throw whatever is around me away. So that worked with her because I was watching her, paying attention, and withholding that energy because I was waiting for the moment that she would be in a strategic position, because I was also curious to see what was going to happen from that. She got very close to me, and that's when I was like, okay, I'm certain that she's not friendly, and that I cannot allow this to go any further. So I just, boom, exploded. When I did, she was thrown all the way across the, the, the train station to the other side where the other rail track was going on the other direction. And she fell down there, like right on the rail track. Then I, so I got a little distracted because I see people coming behind me. But anyway, so I saw that I kept on watching to see what was going to happen. She then raised up from there. She came up to the platform, and she started to walk towards me again. So again, I was withholding that energy because I wanted to see what she was going to do. I was still curious. I'm very curious. So when she came close to me, not as close as she was at first, because I mean I had already attacked her, so I was not going to give her a chance to do anything against me. So when she was getting close to me again, but not that close, like I said, I exploded again, and again she was thrown back. By this time, the train started to move, and I was like, okay, cool, because then she's gonna be there. But no, she got up fast and she walked into the train. If I remember, she walked inside, back in the train, and she was standing right in front of me. And I was withholding energy again to explode again, but I was holding still because she was holding still, but she was not nice. I mean, I could tell, and her look and her smile was really evil. Anyway, so when the train stopped again, I again threw her all the way back. This third time, when the train moved away, she did not come back anymore. That was done. But that was in particular one of the most vivid visions that I had, because it was just like another person, but with an alien look, like something out of this world and evil. And those red stripes was just like really bizarre. So that was one of the situations, and this ability to explode and throw this energy out, that is one super ability already. That is one of the things that we will be able to do, and we'll be able to manifest that here on the physical realm too soon. Another case that I find very spectacular too. I mean, amazing, and very grateful to God for having allowed me to be able to perceive and know what to do in that moment. Was one day in Vegas when I was living in Vegas. Vegas, there was one thing in particular that I saw a lot, more than anywhere else. Giants, really tall, gray giants. Um, and I'm not talking about a giant like as tall like as I am 5'8". I'm a short little guy. I'm not talking about like twice my size or three times my size. I'm talking about like someone as tall as three post lamps, one on top of each other. Um, yeah, something like that tall, like a 5 floor building or even 7 floor building. Yeah, that tall. So one day I got out of the apartment because I would come out a lot just to look at the sky because so many things happened while I was there that I was always like searching to see what else was going to happen. So this one day I got out and there was the star, bright, very bright, and a face come down from it. Like I told you guys that I see faces coming down from the stars. Okay, this day it happened also. This face came down and looked right in front of me, like a very watery sort of face, like translucid, but very detailed. You could see the face, the mouth, the eyes moving, and it was right in front of me, observing me, looking at me, like it seemed to be just as curious as I was about it. So I'm trying to remember the particularities of the details of how it happened, but something happened that it went back and it got, or maybe I'm mixing the events because, okay, guys, I'm mixing the events. This might even have happened the same day, but at the same night. But it's not what I was going to mention. I'm trying to portray specifically the moments of when I did something that I know I would judge to be impossible. And what I'm trying to show right now, to tell right now, is the moment of where, okay, yeah, that's it, I remember now. And I have this on video from another event that also happened. Okay, I'll go back to the beginning so you can forget what I was just saying about Vegas. Um, let's say I just finished the story about the train, and now listen to this. One day in Los Angeles, downtown Los Angeles, I parked my car illegally inside the building Atelier, which is right in front of the Whole Foods. I don't live there, but I did not know where to go. I was trying to hide from all people driving after me. So I had a chance to drive inside that parking lot. So I just did. I drove in there. I got in, parked somewhere, and up until the fifth level, the parking is exposed, and you can see the outside. So it's a very nice view. So I had the car parked facing, was it east? Oh, well, I don't know. I was seeing the sky. That's the point. And there was the same star that I have been mentioning that throughout time something happened that events take place between the star and I. So the star was very bright over there, and then okay, I had just started to see how much power was coming out of these explosions that I was doing with the little circles that I've been teaching you guys how to do. So I would clap my hands after creating a very condensed little orb of energy between my hands. I would clap and see this burst of energy expanding it throughout the sky. So there was a star that I noticed that it had reacted to that clapping. And I was like, whoa, this is impossible. A star? As far as I knew up until that moment, the stars are just like another sun. millions of years away. Um, so it's impossible that it would react to my clapping. Just impossible. But guess what? It did. So I thought, okay, I can create the circles remotely, like I've been telling you guys. I would think of it and create one around my car or my dog to protect them. So this one day, I thought, what if I can create one around the star? Considering that it's not a star, but it's a being, because I see a face coming out of it at many situations. So I put my hand out to the scar, to the scar, not scar, I mean to the sky, in the direction of that star, and I started to see a circle creating around it, like if I was prisoning it. And guys, something amazing happened, and that I have on camera. I have it, and I will show it to you on the compilation. I'll promise you, within the next 2 days, I'll show it to you. And even the people who deny the things that has happened to me, and I try to show them proof, they try to say, oh no, I don't see as you're saying, or I see a shadow, or whatever. On this particular event, they say, yeah, I see, and they don't have anything else to say. I said, did you see my hand pointing to the sky and the sky moving? That, I mean, scar, not scar, star. Did you see my hand moving, pointing to the star, and the star moves, and the star disappear, and the star reappear? Do you see that? And they say, yes, I do. And you will be able to see this the next couple of days, or maybe today even, if I have the time. I will post it. Um, it's because the star is not a star as I thought. It's not as we know, like another sun, some other galaxy. No. The star is a being. It's some other dimensional being that's hovering up there watching us. That's why it moved. But anyway, you'll be able to see this. I point my hand to it. I mentally, I am creating the circle, and it tries to escape out of the circle. It moves like this, it shakes, and then it disappears, then it reappears, and that is because it's reacting to my action of creating a circle around it. That's another super ability that I wanted to mention. And this I have proof in video, and I will let you guys see it very soon, as soon as I get to Los Angeles. So another situation, now going back to the story that I was originally starting. In Vegas, I did the same thing. I pointed my hand to the star in the intention of affecting it, when this being jumped from it, and he was a great giant. He was giant, I mean a really, really big guy, and he did not come down here friendly. He was angry, maybe because of what I was trying to do, I mean probably, of course, but he was angry, and he was massively big, and he was translucent. I could see everything of it, but I didn't see colors. It was like if he was made out of glass. So he came down, and then he looked at me. He bent his knees, like coming very close to me. And I stood still, just looking at it. So, because I did not know what to do, all the things that I do, I learned at the spot. I mean, God has been that great that He just allows me to know what to do in those situations. So this great giant, he moved back, he prepared a punch like this, he was going to hit me, and he came down with his hand like this. When he got very close to me, I just reacted the same way. I punched him back. So my punch hit his hand. His hand coming down, giant hand, like the size of that tank, I would say. And this little guy, did the same thing going up. When we hit each other like that, it was a blast of energy, and he was thrown out back on his space. I saw that great giant completely disappear going up the sky and disappearing in the darkness of the sky. I was just like shocked. I was shocked. I run inside the apartment. My friend Roberto was there, and I was like, Roberto, you must see this. I mean, you won't believe what just happened. And he was like, what happened? And I would tell him, and him being one of the enemy's army, he like, oh, okay, all right, like making little case. He wouldn't deny it because he knew it was real, but at the same time, he wouldn't give it any importance. I mean, anyone on earth that is really a random person that doesn't belong to their side, because they all know what to do. They've been prepared for dealing with us since thousands of years. So they know how to ignore and make it little case of everything. But anyone who is genuinely unaware of all of this, they would be shocked, like, I don't believe you, or would be super shocked, asking, how was this possible? How did this happen? And asking me questions. No, he just made a little case. Anyway, so there are other situations, but this video is already on 30 minutes, and like I said, I always have trouble uploading. I got better with the little discovery that I did, but sometimes I still had a little bit of trouble. So I'll stop this over here, and I'm going to name this video, I don't know, how something about super abilities that we already possess, part 1, and then I'll be posting a part 2 soon. All right, thank you guys. Be safe, be with God, and the Yeshua HaMashiach might protect us all. Thank you.